everyone, this is Colleen Lemma, Starseed Astrologer and Messenger with SacredSoulEmpowerment.com, here to do your weekly angel card reading for Monday, March 21st through Sunday, March 27th, 2016. You may notice that the format and the timing of my videos are going to change for a period of time, and we have them all set up already. So we're going to be using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot deck this week for the general message for everyone, and for your special message card, depending on your stone of choice, we'll be using Archangel Michael Divination deck, also by Doreen Virtue. Your stones of choice for this week are turquoise. This is a turquoise heart vibrating to the throat chakra, speaking your truth with clarity and compassion. Your second stone of choice is going to be a selenite heart vibrating to the crown chakra, opening you up to higher guidance and connecting you with your angels and guides. And then your third stone of choice is going to be a rose quartz heart, which vibrates to the heart chakra, which is going to help with emotional healing, healing of relationships, and healing of self-worth. So again, your stones of choice for this week are the turquoise heart, the selenite heart, or the rose quartz heart. So we have a lot going on astrologically this week. On Monday the 21st, we actually have Mercury, the planet of communication and our thoughts, moving into the sign of Aries, which is a sign of new beginnings. It's a sign of leadership. It's a sign of confidence and taking charge. And this is going to be in the sign of Aries until about April 5th. So we'll have a little while for Mercury to move through this sign, which again is going to give us more confident communication, more inspirational ideas, and kind of brainstorming what we need to do to take those next steps. It's a really fiery and forward-moving kind of sign. When we get to Wednesday the 23rd, there's a lot going on Wednesday because we actually have a full moon lunar eclipse at 3 degrees of Libra. But before we have the eclipse, we actually have Jupiter squaring Saturn. Jupiter is in Virgo, and it's kind of expanding these energies of paying attention to the details, but it could also be expanding the sense of anxiety and chaos we feel in our own mind. And it's going to be in a challenging aspect to Saturn and Sagittarius, which is sometimes bringing up lessons regarding judgments or lessons regarding our belief systems. And so again, this is going to heighten that energy right before the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra, which is in the sign of partnerships, relationships, and trying to stay balanced, trying to stay in a place of harmony and peace. Then right after the full moon, we have the sun coming together with Mercury in the sign of Aries. So it's highlighting, that sun is highlighting our energy of new beginnings and taking charge and being confident. I really feel this sense with endings and new beginnings this week. First of all, because it is a full moon. And because it's a lunar eclipse, it really intensifies the energies of that full moon, which we're going to feel the effects of for quite some time. So a lot of endings and new beginnings with this energy that we'll feel for weeks to come yet. When we move to Thursday, Mercury is in a positive aspect to Mars and Sagittarius. So this helps us with inspiration, creative ideas, good communication, and really, again, moving forward with our goals. There's a lot of fast movement when we're talking about the fire signs, and Mercury is in the fire sign of Aries, and Mars is in the fire sign of Sagittarius. On Friday, we come into a time where Saturn, the planet that rules lessons and restrictions and sometimes challenges, it rules the third dimensional energies, but also rules manifestation and structure. It's actually going to be turning to retrograde motion. Not only does Saturn turn retrograde on Friday, but we also have Venus, the planet of love and relationships, as well as money and finances, in a T-square or a challenging configuration with Jupiter and Saturn. So there might be some lessons or challenges regarding relationships of all kinds in and around that day, as well as finances and money and how we feel about ourselves. Now, this isn't all bad because as we learn those lessons, we're able to then heal and let go. On Saturday, we have the sun, which is in Aries, trining or in a positive aspect to Mars and Sagittarius. So again, it's highlighting this energy of new beginnings and strength and confidence and moving forward and a lot of fast movement. So there's fast movement with a lot of the energies going on this week, but there's also energies of needing to slow down with the Saturn turning retrograde and with Jupiter squaring Saturn. So there's kind of a combination of a couple different things going on this week astrologically. Let's take a look at what the message from our angels is. So let's turn over the first card. Okay, so the first card is Major Arcana number 14, which is balance, with Archangel Zadkiel, and it says the need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. So this kind of tells us, you know, it kind of reiterates that energy of needing to stay balanced, needing to balance endings and new beginnings, needing to stay balanced with our physical health, to stay balanced emotionally and mentally as we move throughout this week with this full moon lunar eclipse energy. It's going to be really an interesting time because Saturn and Jupiter are square, and we're going to actually feel that if you listen to this video earlier in like the ending of last week. We're going to feel the effects of Jupiter squaring Saturn as we build up to this full moon lunar eclipse. So this is really saying that we might need to kind of hold on to our energy a little bit. This is kind of an energy of having to have patience. It's an energy of waiting for divine timing, waiting for correct timing. So this is why there's that element of balance. We have to stay balanced as we get ready to move forward. And we have to wait for the signal from our angels and guides or from our inner divine self as to when moving forward is appropriate. Let's take a look at the second card to get more information. So we turn over the second card. Okay, we have the Eight of Fire. And this is interesting because the Eight of Fire is always about fast, quick movement or unexpected chaotic energies. The message at the bottom says events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So I feel like there is going to be a lot of things happening at once. This is going to be a domino effect of energies that we're going to feel past this week where there's many changes and many things going on and forward movement. But also, again, in some ways, we're still needing to balance and wait for divine timing. So it's kind of that interesting push-pull energy, so to speak. You know, we want to move forward. We're on the edge of our seats. We know it. We know that that energy is right on the brink of kind of exploding out. But at the same time, we still have to stay balanced in a way that we're making appropriate decisions and the right timing for us or for our projects or for our career or our life path. Let's look at the last card. The last card is the Knight of Water. Kind of an interesting card to end this week out with. The Knight of Water at the top says emotional, romantic, enthusiastic, contemplative, and at the bottom it says falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. So I really key in on that phrase of balancing the emotions. We really need to balance our emotions this week, and I feel like that full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of relationships and the sign of partnerships is going to bring about a lot of feelings and emotions to the surface. So if there's things going on in a relationship, whether it be romantic, business, family, or otherwise, this is kind of like an energy turning point to where these energies are going to come to the surface. These emotions and feelings are going to come to the surface, and they might explode out a little bit because of the intensity of that lunar eclipse. This could also bring in a new relationship. This can also be a heightening of our energetic senses. To me, the water cards are about intuition and imagination and creation and, you know, all of that artistic, creative potential. So I feel like that's also going on this week. There's a lot of different ways that this can be interpreted, and I feel like depending on who you are and where you're at in your life, this can definitely unfold in many different ways. So think about it from a spiritual, artistic, and creative perspective, and think about it from a relationship-oriented perspective as well. Let's look at what your special message card is depending on your stone of choice. So for those of you that chose the turquoise heart, Archangel Michael's message is trustworthy. So you may be in various types of relationships. Again, if it's a business partnership, if it's something about a new friend or an associate, This could even be talking about a romantic partnership. And whatever's going on, Archangel Michael wants you to know that you can trust that person. You can trust their intentions. You can trust what they're saying. And that, you know, there's no conscious, at least conscious manipulation going on, or no conscious deception here, that this person is true blue. And I feel like, you know, it's an energy of moving up and out and staying again in that positive place of truth. Now, if your special stone of choice was the selenite, Archangel Michael's message to you is that your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. So really tune in this week. I feel like you really need to spend a lot more time in meditation this week because of the intense energies going on, and really go within and listen to your higher soul self. Listen to your inner self. Trust that what you're feeling or hearing or seeing is right. You can even see that Archangel Michael here is talking to this young lady as she's kind of in a prayer mode. And so really call in your angels and guides and ask them for the guidance or assistance that you need this week, and then trust that whatever your guidance is telling you is the correct guidance. For those of you that chose the rose quartz heart, Archangel Michael's message to you, wow, new beginnings and a fresh start. That's always nice to see. So, you know, these energies of the lunar eclipse, the full moon, that does bring endings. This is kind of washing away something old that you no longer need. It might be a circumstance or situation. It might be belief systems that you're holding on to. But somehow, the inner level that's being cleansed and removed and washed away so that you can have new beginnings and a fresh start as you move forward towards the end of this week and in the weeks to come. So I hope you've liked this weekly angel card reading. I want to thank all of you, send you all blessings of love and light. Thank you for your support and for your wonderful comments and for sharing my videos. I send you all many blessings of love and light. And until next week, namaste.